Okay, welcome back. We're playing Soukyugurentai on the PlayStation 1. And this game's an absolute stone cold classic. I love it. Absolutely blitzing game. As you know, the Saturn version definitely rules the roost in terms of having slightly higher spec hardware to run on, but you know, I'm not going to split hairs. This is still an incredible game, and it's good to play on the PlayStation 2 because it's very loud, isn't it? Like that. I'd say it's 95% of the game on the Saturn. It's certainly not far short. So, which chick did I choose? The blue one. Excellent. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Anyone who's just suffered the last two stuttery streams? I thought I'd do a quick blast on this kind of sort of time in the UK where people might be preparing dinner. You know, this isn't an evening stream. This is more of a quick blast. Might get a few levels in, hopefully. Right, fast-moving bullets on this game. Like the speed of the bullets does. It's kind of one of those things that really determines the gameplay, whether it's a fast-moving shooter or more of one of these graceful sort of bullet hell jobs where you're weaving. I think it's more like dodging than weaving, isn't it, when you've got fast-moving bullets? Good evening, Halo Gamer. I was trying to I was trying to stream at 60 and I was getting an OBS error, bizarrely enough. So, yeah, I'm still not kind of very experienced with OBS by any means, so when I get OBS errors, I'm not quite sure whether it's you know, just an OBS issue or whether it's a sort of a bandwidth or a streaming issue. So lots of things to try. I've downed the bitrate from 3,500 as recommended last night by Sean to 2,500 as recommended by Darren. So we're going to see if it holds up. Good evening, Darren again. I'm back. And I don't want to curse anything. No, it's the curse of the OBS stream. I'm not going to say what the kilobytes per second is down the bottom corner because that'll curse it as well. And a big smile on my face because it looks okay. No, it's gone down already. Oh, it's gone up. It's all over the place. Yeah, 30 frames a second at the moment. It looks a little bit juddery on my OBS screen at the moment. I have to say, it looks a little bit juddery. It doesn't look like a solid 30. So, yeah, but I have selected 30 on the menus. Let me know if something doesn't look quite right. The trouble is, I'll probably have to end the stream again to change it because I think once you start streaming, it kind of locks you in, doesn't it, on some of the settings. I'm going to wang the volume up just a titchy bit here because the audio on this level is amazing. Kayla Gamer, bitrate at 40,500. 4,500. Yeah, we could do it at 4,500. We'd give that a go, but 3500 seemed to bloody spring a gasket, or the expression is, blew a gasket. So nice, this game. Yeah, let's concentrate on making it smoother connection. I think the connection is probably the weak spot in the chain. So if you up the bit rate too much, what happens is it goes, go on and have some of this, and the poor little internet connection, it just, you know, just can't handle it, can it? So I'm going to find a sweet spot, and then when we got the sweet spot, we'll start pushing it. I think last night's worked really well. It was on 1500 on that one, so arguably not ideal. But yeah, if this is looking anything like 30 frames a second, I'll be happy, to be quite honest. I'm more interested in just keeping the stream going for more than 2 minutes so you can actually see some of the game. Which, if I haven't mentioned it before, is one of my favourite shooting games of all time. And, you know, for a vertically scrolling game without the old tape mode, no complaints at all about that. Could look at this game all day, and it's the sort of game you want to practice as well, because you know it's not a cheap death game. It's a gorgeous game. It's one there you just want to not do that. Oh. Thank goodness for continues. Thank goodness for continues. Technical talk going on there. 5 yeah, I'm on 5 megabytes, Dazza. 5 megabytes, so yeah. Try and squeeze it. But for tonight, let's just look at the game and those clouds, you know. Deal with the bandwidth issue another day. So we're locked in, whatever this is, 2500. We're locked now, so get stuck in. Bring a beer to the table. Just enjoy some hardcore rising. It's the kind of night where I could just play this game all night. It's just so good. I've got that feeling that I want to just play one game rather than, you know what I mean, switch it around too much. As I might have said before, this level is absolutely amazing. I might have said that. Yeah, we tried 30 and 60. We have tried both. The 60 we tried a minute ago, and don't think it worked, did it? I got an OBS streaming error at 60, which you don't really want when you get an OBS error, because then you have to restart it and all of that goings. I think the internet's alright at the moment, you know, on this wide connection. I think it might be the fact that I've got like 10 layers of images on the screen or something. Or something dark like that. Could be just not using OBS correctly. One of the things about the graphics on this game I really like, given it is a 3D game, is that they're really sharply drawn. You know, you could get over-reliance on polygons and too many sort of, if you like, slightly muddy shades, whereas this, everything looks like it's been hand-drawn. It's not using what you could call true 3D processing. It really is just turning those sprites around and applying different stretches and scales and filters to them. Badass boss, this one. What are you watching this on anyway, Darren and Dazza? What are you actually watching it on? I'm quite interested to know. You watch your streams on a mobile phone or something, or a laptop? I've started to watch mine on this laptop, actually. As in, not my streams, but other people's streams, which is great, actually. And, it's nice to see a little bit more detail. Of course, if it's a Saturday night, then it will go on the big TV. And I've got to say, we've had some great streams over this lockdown, haven't we? I mean, really funny ones with both of you guys, and you know, Daz. Sean occasionally turns up. We've had some classic nights with old What's on My Shelf doing the laundry. We've had all sorts of people. Got some regulars. We've got some real regulars on this channel. Daz, Carl, Stu Row often joins. So yeah, it's just been really good actually. And you know, you could joke that when we're all back, you know, hopefully in a few months' time, down the pub on a Friday night, you know, who's going to be saying, "Oh, I wish I was at home watching one of those guys do a stream. Really wish I was watching Future Matt play bloody Soukyugurentai again, rather than down the pub." But all joking aside, it has been really good actually that, you know, we got this kind of, you know, little streaming thing going on. Not going to overuse Spanish Cam tonight. Oh, you watching it on Plasma? Blimey. You watching it on Plasma, does it? Can you watch on the mobile? Yeah, well, you know, Daz, I cannot imagine you running out of conversation down the pub enough to be putting something on your mobile. You know, maybe if you're on the pool and, you know, you want to kind of show off your credentials, it's like, well, you know, this is my YouTube channel and here's a video I uploaded last week. Perhaps. Well, we've gone into options. Seems not being able. There we go. I think that's set to arcade mode anyway. Oh, I'm messing around with those options for. Nope, don't want that. I think I set some of these options the other day. I just need to exit and start playing the game, basically. Okay, let's go for the green one. Right, here we go. The night is young anyway. Night is young. It's, what, about 7 o'clock? 7:30. Bloody hell, that's what happens when you start streaming, isn't it? So, yeah. So in an ideal world, if lockdown was eased tomorrow, what would you guys be up to next weekend? What would you be looking to do? Straight down to Argos to buy some shelving for the game room, maybe. Maybe, you know, hit H&M to buy a new streaming outfit. Down to Hamleys to buy a plug and play Namco arcade console. Talking of which, someone talked about what was it, a Pandora's Treasure system last night, and I looked it up, and it was basically a 2-player joystick with 2,600 arcade games on it, and I'm thinking that sounds pretty good, to be honest. If you've got a couple of consoles and maybe you want to get into some arcade gaming, rather than buying like a main system, get one of them with 2 joysticks and a heap of load. Apparently no lag, according to the viewer in question. So it sounds impressive. Anyway, there's bound to be a few desirable plug and play devices. So we've got a few answers now. Can't beat streams of retro shooters in the pub, streaming on mobile. Scratching your nuts again. In the pub, that is. Some Nobby's nuts in the corner. And Daz would be scratching his nuts as well. Yeah. I don't even know who was scratching his nuts, I couldn't tell the difference. Just in a Brum pub with Halide game. A Brum pub. Hitting the danger zone. Clubbing in Brum. So what's a few clubs you've been to in Brum then? Halide. I call you Halide because I say Dazza and Daz, it just sounds a bit daft, doesn't it? No, I'm going to say Dazza because that's your name. You don't do channel names on here. A Brum club. Randy Diamonds. Yeah, Sean won't be finishing work anytime soon. It's a Monday after all. So he's probably in the thick of it. I don't know how many people are watching because I don't actually have that screen on my OBS. I've just got the live chat, so I have no idea if anyone else apart from Daz and Daz are watching, but it's fantastic that you're both on here. You've been to the Q Club, what's that then? That techno club. Just like anything goes club. Happy Hour Club. Didn't we try and go to Happy Hour in Blackpool last time? I think we did. And it's like, we've got to be back at Wetherspoons for Happy Hour. And you and Sean were like down in the pints, and I went off to the Blackpool Leisure Beach. Because I've always wanted to go on the big one. And I thought, if I go on the big one at 6 o'clock at night, I'm going to be back in Wetherspoons for 7. I didn't realise it was like 15 miles away and a 2.5 hour queue, so spent half the night on a tram and in the freezing cold queuing up for a roller coaster that I didn't actually go on in the end because the queue was too long. Next time I'm in Blackpool, I'm going to get there early in the morning, do the roller coaster first thing in the morning. That's what you've got to do, isn't it? There are 9 people watching. Well, if you're watching, say something because it would be great to have a bit of audience interaction. I'm sure Daz and Dazza have they're sort of sitting in the bar area with their mobile phones out watching this stream, passing the old comment to each other about Birmingham nightclubs. Maybe we've got another viewer on the stream who's been to a nightclub in Birmingham, or maybe another viewer who just wants to introduce themselves. Keep it simple, you know. No conversation topics off limits within the realms of pre-watershed decency and all of that. I mean, I'd be very, very interested to know who's watching. You know, it's just nice to have put a name to a face occasionally. Don't always have to leave a comment, but just to be more aware of my audience. Because really, it's just me playing a game in a bedroom, effectively. And the more I know about people who are watching, hopefully the more engagement there can be and a bit more, you know, think of a word really. Can't think of a word, but what I'm trying to say is the more people are watching who comment, the more of an idea I have of who's watching, and there's probably a bit more to say. we say, a bit more conversation topics to offer. Hello, Jeffrey Gallo. Good evening, Jeffrey Gallo. Nice to see you. Someone's saying Toronto. Oh, hello from my classroom in Toronto. I just caught up with your earlier comment. Toronto. Apologies for my Canadian accent. How amazing to have a Canadian viewer in Toronto. What are you teaching, Jeffrey? Teaching history of computer games. Just got doing a 15-minute show, just randomly picks a shoot 'em up. Well, kids, in 1998, we had the 2D genre was in full force, and you've probably got some programmers and stuff in your classroom, Jeffrey, some budding game programmers, so I won't offend anyone with my complete ignorance about everything, but word to the USA. Yeah, we're all from the USA, Jeffrey. I'm from Birmingham, USA. Oh, you recently picked up Rapid Hero NMK. That is an absolute grail. I look for that almost every night on eBay. Rapid Hero NMK. It's a double whammy, a Canadian viewer that's playing that game. Check it out, anyone else that's watching. Rapid Hero is just awesome. Crikey, where'd you get that from, Jeffrey? Did you go scooting on Yahoo auctions? Because that doesn't even come up on eBay. That's just far too rare to. I know one guy in London, I think called Zach, who's got it, and he will never sell that game. I think that's the only hope I've ever got of acquiring a game is knowing someone. I know two people with Rapid Hero. Anyway, how'd you get on with Rapid Hero? Yeah, well, you're welcome to join any time on a bit of live shooting stream. History of Rising, yeah. I think someone said the other night that their last game was Brave Blade, and so I did a bit of a look on the internet and didn't actually find the answer to that, but I did find that they did the Loop Master 1944, which is a damn fine game. Again, it's a horizontal vertical shooting game, so Yoko mode, but yeah, Loop Master by Capcom, that's another CPS2 game. That's got Rising's credit on it as well. Oh, goodness. You had a friend in Japan. I had a copy. Wow. Yeah, friends in high places. Do you make any videos, Jeffrey? Because that one is definitely worthy of making a video of. Anyway, not to forget Sega Socks and Halo Gamer, who are still discussing their favourite nights out in Birmingham. Have you ever made it to one of those gaming conventions, Dazza? I know Daz has, but I don't know if I've seen you at a convention. Or are you unconventional? And if there is a gaming convention later in this year, can we get everybody who's been watching live streams over the last year and a half to come to it? Because that would be pretty damn cool. Of course, the chance of anyone actually playing a game there are pretty remote from recent memory. See you, Jeffrey. Nice having you on the stream. So I'm not going to carry on playing, and I'm going to ask if either Daz or Dazza would care for a selected PlayStation game. I'm going to give you a little bit of a flange cam option. So we've got this one, G-Darius, and why not? If you want some pain without any gain, how about this one, R-Types? And have we got another Yoko related game? We got Zanak X Zanak, but I'm not going to get that one out. So make your votes. And if you both disagree, then I will have the casting vote, which means that I might not have asked you. So, yeah, G-Darius or R-Type. So I'm going to get G-Darius out of its box because it takes me so long to get G-Darius out of its gorgeous, like, plastic thing that I bought it in. But I might as well prepare it with spine card, otherwise known as an obi, apparently, in Japan. Do I have R-Type Delta? Crikey, I haven't got that one, you know, Daz. I've got to pick that one up, haven't I? Thank you, kind sir, for suggesting my next pickup. R-Type Delta. Never played it. Can you believe it? So, yeah, I haven't got it. So, we're back to G-Darius or R-Types. I'm going to put G-Darius in Daz and Dazza. You're not going to get an option because R-Type's just painful, isn't it? It's a game that requires a bit of concentration. I think we've all established in the last couple of weeks streaming that if you put a game on that needs a bit too much concentration, you end up having to multitask a bit too much, and it's not relaxing. So I've got a bit G-Darius. Let's get the camera back to that one. Of course, these icons are no longer suitable, so I can remove that one. Just to keep... Oh, this is quite quiet, isn't it? You used to have this one, did you, Daz? Yeah, we're going to do some clubbing in Blackpool next time. All the way. All the way. Right. Nice one. Okay. I can't wait to play this game. We're still streaming. Yep, still streaming. Got a cup of tea. Okay. The audio up just a little bit here. That Bioshock stream was hard work with my brain. You know what? It's great if you know the game, isn't it? Like, if I was playing, I don't know, something like Ninja Gaiden, I could probably really enjoy that, because you've got to use your brain, but if you completed a game once or twice already, that's probably the best time to stream it. It's a bit quiet now, isn't it? It's a bit quiet. I haven't got my own voice coming through my head, but I know that that's a bit quiet for me. That's a bit better. So yeah, what I would do, Daz, is stream an Xbox 360 game that you've kind of played quite a lot and that you really like, and in that way it's still retro. So if you like buying 360 games at the moment, you'll be, you know what I mean, you'll just be playing them to explore the game and to get into the game, and you don't want to be having to stream at the same time. But once you've played it for a bit and you've got a few of those titles under your belt, you've basically got a whole system of games to chuck on. It's like if you get to an amazing scene in one of those games like Bioshock, you can just do a save state, can't you? And just like, I'm going to stream that particular stage. That would be great. I mean, that would be easily as enjoyable as watching a shooter. I could do that on Ninja Gaiden. I could just call up some game states from a few years back and just play about half an hour of crazy Gaiden. I think any game that you that you've got history of makes sense for streaming. What's going on with the music? It's really quiet, isn't it? Let's try and put this gaming up in there. Still solid. Good to know that. Excellent. I don't know how many viewers we've got, Daz, but maybe we could get another viewer to introduce themselves. And very happy to Very happy to know who else is watching. Right, I'm going to do a manoeuvre now. Oh, I didn't manage to get that manoeuvre done, did I? I've got something in the background, and I haven't used that there we go. That's what I wanted to use that one, and then. Now, the great thing with G-Darius is you can pick enemies up. And when you pick an enemy up, it's not just the old, got 9 viewers still, cool. Shout out to the 9 viewers, and if you want to introduce yourself, that would be excellent. So when you pick an enemy up, rather than it just being, oh that one is a bog standard one, but there are some enemies that you pick up that kind of multiply. So let's try and pick up one of these. There you go, and that one's got extra firepower, which is really satisfying. You know, it's even like a little orb thing. And there are so many of the enemies on this that do have the, you know, a special ability that it makes it a really fun game with loads of replayability. It's an absolute classic, this game. Have you got this one, Daz? G-Darius. I think you said you have, or you had it. I know that you have played it, but I can't remember if you still got it. Now you can actually inflict a bit more damage by just letting the power up rip. Just fire it. Yeah, I'm just going to blast it. There we go. It's got a few extra attacks, this one, so one of these. I think with G-Darius, I'm not sure whether your ship turns around the other way, because there are sections where you have to kind of get to the front of the screen. Yeah, it does. Fantastic. Just like the first two. I love that about Darius. One of the few games that features the left and right thingy. Great John Zoney and the Retro Godfather and Ashley Holroyd. Nice. Three in a row. Good evening, all 3 of you. Great to see you. What year was it released? That's a really good question. I will ask Sega Socks, the appointed mod on this stream, if you could confirm it. It's got to be after 2000, hasn't it, on the PlayStation 1? I'm really bad with my years. I'm a bit lazy. I just let the old data just go in from here and out the other half the time. So yeah, John Zoney. You're a very regular viewer on the stream. Very good to see you back. Ashley Holroyd, I'm sure you've watched some of my videos before. I recognise your name, but obviously I've not been streaming for very long, so there would have been limited engagement other than the odd comment here and there. So feel free to ask any questions you like that you've always been wanting to ask on a live stream. And the answer will probably be yes, it's awesome. Look at that. Yes, it is awesome. My brain is not great at multitasking whilst I'm concentrating on the game. Right, I'm going to pick this guy up. Let's see if I can knock those diamonds out. So, Dal, I was thinking of you the other day because I was looking at Pro Gear, and I remember that I had a copy of Pro Gear that didn't have any sound on it, and I seem to remember I sold it to you. I did tell you, I didn't just rip you off and like, oh, Dal, do you want a copy of Pro Gear, like, really good condition? Because I had polished it, and then it didn't have any sound. No, you came round and we played it. We had a 2-player game of it, which was great, but it had no sound, I seem to remember. Is that right, or am I imagining things? Because I looked at Pro Gear last night, and I thought, my God, what an amazing game. And I had the Pro Gear itch. I thought, I've got to buy that game again. And I just wondered if you still had it, if you kept that. Oh, we got a fact, 1998, so I was completely wrong. And we've got diagonal shooting level. Look at that. Is this game not unique in having a diagonal shooting level? I even stole a ship from the attendant crowd. Japan launch date. Fantastic. 98. Crikey, what were we all doing in April the 9th, 1998? I want as specific facts as possible. and I was trying to remember what I was doing in 1998. I was living in Exeter. I was living in Exeter and I was making techno with a guy upstairs and a guy downstairs, both of which did occasional performances. Largely bedroom techno, I have to say, but it's great fun. And I was dole-dossing for a bit, but I also had quite a few temporary jobs in 1998. And in terms of gaming in 98, I think all I had was the PC Engine at that stage and a ZX Spectrum. To my name, 2 systems to my name in 98, so all this was passing me by. Although my mate did a PlayStation 1. You got Gigawing as well, Dal. Nice one. I got it repaired. Before I bought it from you. So actually I had a working CPS2 Pro Gear and I sold it to you. Well, what was I thinking? Well, Dal, you're such a nice bloke that I don't regret doing that in the slightest, but I definitely want to buy Pro Gear again. One of the reasons I sold it was I had my TV in a cupboard and it was just too much of a hassle to turn on its side every time I wanted to play a Yoko game, so I think I just ended up not giving my Yoko games the time of day. And now I've moved house and I've got this monitor set up and I've got my TV just over there next to me. That's permanently in take mode, that ain't going to be switched over. That's from a Take Supergun games, and this one is a flexible rotating monitor. So we got an answer from the great John Zoney. Was it college and playing Tekken 3? Well, on the PlayStation presumably, or on the Saturn. I know Tekken was massive on the PlayStation, because my mate had it. You got Ironclad in a shock box. That's got to be worth a few bob, hasn't it, Dal? One of your holy grails. I think I asked you what your favourite Mega Drive shooter was the other day, and I think you said it was. Let me get this right. It was the one with the L in it instead of the R, isn't it? What's it called? My memory's terrible, so I'm going to move on to the next comment. Sega Socks. I think G-Darius is a 7 in terms of difficulty initially. Although prolonged play obviously will lessen that figure. Prolonged play will lead to a figure of at least, I reckon, 5 on this game, once you get the hang of it. I can't even remember how many continues I've shoved into this, but I am after that enemy. Go grey, go grey. I'm going to go grey before that guy does. So, go grey. Right, got him. Ashley Holroyd, still watching. Hello, Ashley. In 1998, I was enjoying my N64, which you got crisp. God, look at that pickup. PS1 Tekken wasn't on Saturn at PS1 yet. Thought so. Yeah, Tekken. What was that competing with? Probably Virtua Fighter 2 and all of those fighting games that I never had on the Saturn anyway, so I won't claim any of them. What a confrontation this is. Yeah, proper setup. No, it does. It's a proper setup. You can't just have a Tate only setup. Oh, no, that one's been dust, hasn't it? Washing up done. Kayla Gamer, welcome back. G-Darius, yeah. It's a regular game in this game. So, Dazzler, we asked the question 5 minutes ago, what were you doing in 1998? The year of this game's release. Come up to date. Grey Lancer, yeah, that was it, Dal. Musha, Thunder Force. Yeah. Oh, there's so many, aren't there? So many great shooters on the Mega Drive. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the Mega Drive shooters recently. Played on the Wii, so perhaps not quite the same experience as owning the original console, but the games are still the same, and I can certainly feel the Mega, whatever it is. Was it the Mega Force? Hell is it? Feel the 256 Mega, no, that's something else. Yeah, Dazzler, what were you doing in 1998? I'm quite interested in other miscellanea, not just like what systems you're owning. It's always good to have a bit of reality in there as well. Because I'll finish. For a start, I can't talk. But secondly, I'm going to run out of things to say unless some of you guys tell me what you're doing in 1998. MK Carl, good evening, sir. How are you doing? I like it, a specific entry from you. Hey, working in Waitrose and watching the World Cup after Dory GT in Croydon. Is that now or is that 1998? That's definitely 98 with the World Cup, I think. Level 42 were touring in 98. I watched Level 42 a couple of years ago in a jazz festival, actually. Yeah, they were playing a very large gig, and they were all like doing the old dad dancing at one stage. I didn't think Level 42 did dad dancing. I don't know what that means. I think I've run out of credits. Perhaps stick another one on. I could even do a tape shooter at a blast. Sega Sox was delivering pine furniture around the country, making a nuisance of myself in various bars and clubs. Oh, we've got a new viewer, Ape Ishish. Good evening. Hi, any idea how to get a barrow without destroying my marriage? Don't have a setup. I have no idea how much it would set you back. Well, the best way to get a barrow is to get it on the PlayStation 2. And it's a fairly expensive game. It's probably around the £100 mark. May have gone up. Buy a Raspberry Pi. I mean, there you go. That's better knowledge. I'll let the mods just deal with questions because I'm the wrong person to ask about anything. Anything I don't own, I won't know about. But yeah, a Pi. Let's play a bit of R-Type, shall we? Thing is, it's on the PlayStation. 2 Rooney. Where's it gone? Here we go. Should play a bit of R-Type. Bit of R-Types. So yeah, this is the R-Types. So you get R-Type and R-Type 2 on this disc, which is really nice, and they both run absolutely perfectly. So let's just reset the old system. R-Type Leo, if only. I'm really kicking myself that I sold that game, but I seem to remember I bought something with it. I was selling PCBs and buying them, you know, sort of keeping the games on rotation. So yeah, let that one go. Can the Wii emulate R-Type Leo? It depends what you run it on, I guess. I mean, I very much doubt it somehow. I've got a MAME emulator. I haven't even loaded up any ROMs onto it. I basically just got the ROMs that came with the actual SD card. Cotton reboot. That's a question for one of the mods, I think. But yeah, Cotton's. I've heard of Cotton Reboot. I mean, obviously, all the Cotton games are. What that is, Load maybe. Cotton's a decent series. I think my favourite's probably Cotton Boomerang on the Saturn. It's working. It's a bit louder on the audio, this one. chip tunes always come out quite loud, don't they, on streams, because they got that intensity to them. Hopefully that's loud enough to be kind of decent volume. Yes. I see Stu Roro's name, but I don't think he's watching. It's just a lol. Who was... Catch up with these comments. Yeah, whatever price I say, double it. Because it's I'm out of fashion. Oh, Stu Roro, good evening, sir. I didn't see you there. Just scrolling back up. Yeah, lie about how much it will cost, whatever system you get it on. Can the Wii femulate? Great John Zaney. PS2 Barrow goes around 200. Wow. 200. That makes me feel sick. It's buying MK Carl was buying Saturn imports in 98. Saturn imports in 98. I bet you got a decent price on that. Ecos. W worth the hype. Jeffrey Gallo's back. Is Jeffrey Gallo back? Are you supposed to be teaching? Oh. On a tea break. Shout out to Canada. How's the Niagara Falls looking at the moment, Jeffrey? You had any severe weather this year? So yeah, R-Type Delta is my next pickup. Decided that. The Helix laser. Yeah, I did sell my Ibarra to you, Dal. I think you picked up a couple of games from me, didn't you, that time? Maybe it's just that one. I think I sold Deo Zhao as well, PlayStation 2 at one stage. I might have picked it up on the old PGM2 at the time. How old are you? Personal questions. I like it. Got to know who's watching. 50, but you look 20. Oh, I hope I look 20 when I'm 50. The trouble with looking young is you get... If you act young and look young, then you just get treated like a kid, don't you? But if you're 50 and you look 20, that's the best of both worlds, because you can cruise into any old bar and you can just not feel like an old git. And you got the knowledge, you got the wisdom. I don't know what that feels like either, to be honest, having the wisdom. You live and learn. Yeah, 20, God, that feels like a long time ago. We'll save that for another stream. What were you doing when you're 20? Maybe 1998. I think you've been keeping that a bit of a theme year for tonight. 1998. What music was around in 98? It was like Britpop was kind of in full swing, I think. TFI Friday, The Word, yeah, all good. I was listening to a lot of Future Sound of London and Aphex Twin and things like that back then. Mind you, that kind of stuff was going on in the early 90s, late 80s, so I was bang out of fashion back then. Drum and bass, obviously, was massive at the time. 98. Good times, actually, back then. You're talking about VV? Or is that an emoticon? VV's a classic game. Yeah, I was in awe of the... I don't know what I'm doing now. I've got to get this on the back, haven't I? Literally played the last... Oh, that is so painful. I should have disconnected, shouldn't I? You disconnect, you I think I'm safe here. I think I'm safe. I'll catch up with the comments. Hey Pishish, I look 20 but I feel 80. I think a lot of us feel 80 at the moment because we're living an 80-year-old's life, aren't we? Going into town, doing the groceries, going home watching the TV, and complaining about the state of the world. That was a short life. This is quite loud, this level. Okay, it's always best done clean, this level, from a new life. It makes you think a bit more, try and remember those hours that you played years and years ago on this game. A bit of a memory of all these turrets. What a great level this is. This was iconic, wasn't it, at the time, this level? Absolutely iconic. No, come back. Oh, that was bad. Sorry. That was bad. Got to follow it round, haven't you? Beastie Boys, yeah. Going strong in 98. I'm not going to really show my age now, but in the 90s, music was still breaking a few new boundaries. You had like lots of fusions of genres, like kind of the rap genre really got into rap, and rap. God, that's showing my age. The rap genre got into rap, got into rock, and Beastie Boys are obviously the fusion of those two things. But anyway, this isn't a radio show, and I'm not going to show my ignorance. Play the bottom. I'm going to go high, and then I'm going to go low. I can make it a little bit further than the last time. I'm sure part of the tactic is to send it. Oh no, that was rank. One of the best ship designs. Oh, Nida, good to see you. Hello, how are you doing? So I think we'll stick on R-Type 2, seeing as it's on this. Shall I give this another go? I'm going to give this another go. Seeing as I didn't make it past the first checkpoint on this level. 17 viewers, you've got to be kidding me. Hello 17 viewers, maybe some R-Type fans. Okay, up my game for the potential international R-Type crew. Don't want to disappoint any R-Type fans by making terrible mistakes on this game, so yeah. I'll ask my supremely talented moderator crew, Sega Socks, to do some audience engagement while I just fuck up anyway. Too much pressure now, you know. Anything more than no viewers, there's a bit of pressure on. Okay. There's gonna maybe a few tips from the audience on how to get past this level would be appreciated. I know this ground laser is great for when you're actually in control and you know where you're going to shoot, but with those lasers around I don't trust it, so I try and just want it to clear that turret. Oh, there we go, we cleared the turret. Oh, I've got the red laser. Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, now we're in business. I know, I've got to hang back. I've got to take it easy. Just going to pause there, take some breath. Hi from Boston, is that where you're from? Onita, I've been to Boston. Fantastic city. And we got Joe as well. Hello, Joe. This game was awesome on the Sony Xperia. Sony Xperia play phone. What, did you have like a 4-button kind of joystick on the side of the phone? That can't have been easy though, playing R-Type on a phone. Let us know how you got on anyway. I'd be interested to know how easy it was. Stu Rowe did up the bit rate. My mouse has stopped working. We're on 2,500, so yeah, I did. I tried 3,500 and OBS crashed, so not good. I need to listen to OMD. Oh, is that the video I did called The Last Turbo Show or something? It was a souvenir. Great track. I love OMD. Best game of the 80s, yes. Architecture and Morality, that's the album, isn't it, that it's off? Yeah, one of the early ones. Nice. Okay, just going to catch up on chat. Ashley Horoy, did anyone have a Dreamcast in 98? Did anyone have a Dreamcast in 98? Kayla Gamer went to Corfu and Crete. I think I'm up with the comments now. What's happening with Jeffrey Stardust? Gary Stardust. I've stopped doing the Brummy accent. I've crashed out of Brum. I think there was a bit of Brum talk on one of the streams, and there was a kind of sense that if you took too much piss out of the Brum accent, you might be pissing people off. So I stopped laying off the Brum accent for a while. But yeah, it will come back at some point. This is great. Some good spread of viewers. We got Boston, Birmingham, and Canada, and obviously Leicestershire. You saw it first in Leicester. R-Type World Tour. Okay, no more cocking around. We've got to shoot some of these turrets. We've got to shoot some turrets. This is going to end really badly in a second unless I... Get down there, mate. Get down there. It's not going to go down there, is he? It's not going to go down. I'm going to get killed by a... That's what I want. That's what I want. I want one of these. I don't want to get in the way of that. I do not want to get in the way of that. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Right, down to the bottom. Can I go round? Can I get in that little... No, I'll die if I get into that tunnel. Yes. More hits, please. More hits. I do not want anything else coming on the screen at this point. I'm not going to kill it doing that, am I? Oh no, it's got its turrets back. That's my bad. Take these turrets out. That is punishment for miserable failure of... No, I'm going to die. Oh no. Comments are 20 minutes behind. Yeah, they will be in a minute. Oh no, that's not good, is it? I let you all down there on that one. I took too long. Okay, a bit more practice required on the old R-Type. I think the trick is to just be brave and kind of go into the hole, basically. Go in brave, and then you can... Let's try and do it again. And what with the time being dinner time, I think I might just focus on clearing this level. I've got the commitment. I have got the commitment. I'm not going to end the stream, but I'm not going to select another game either because we need to get past this level. Oh no! Oh no! And it's game over. Okay. Sarcastic comments. Alright. Let me catch up with comments. Okay. Boston rules. I had Dreamcast in 99, not 98 though. Okay. Fuck, I've never seen the turrets grow back. I know, no one's ever taken that long to clear the level. The arcade cab of R-Type has such a tiny joystick, does it? I'm in the zone. I was in the zone and then I screwed up. I really screwed up. I might come on later because I happen to know that I've got an entire evening free. So what I'll do to use the rest of the stream, I just want to check that I am still streaming. I am still streaming, good. So we've got a few minutes. I'm going to come back on later. I'm going to come back on in about an hour, maybe, like 9:15. And I'm going to do some arcade streaming, Tate arcade streaming. So, seeing as we've got 15 incredibly diverse and cool viewers, he says in a very uncool voice, please suggest any arcade games you would like to see. I've got some cave arcade games we can play, got some rising arcade games, so things like Bat Rider, Battle Backgrade, what's the other one? Battle Garaga, got that. We could play Ibarra. If anyone would like to see Ibarra on the arcade, I would love to play Ibarra on the arcade. Mushihima-sama can do that. We need some scenery. Let's put some audio. Put some audio on this. Just gonna put some audio on this channel. Yeah, if you can hear that. So Tog. Hello, Tog. Garega, yeah, okay, excellent. That's for sure then. That's going on. And Ironclad, I don't have that one. I've got it on the Wii, but it's not good on the Wii. But if we have lots of Ironclad love, I will do it on another stream, and I will can definitely do that. Cool. All right, so let's do some Tate action with Garaga and Ibarra a bit later on. And hopefully I haven't missed any comments, but however many viewers there are, thanks for watching, all of you, and see some of you later. Thanks for watching. So many people to shout out. There's so many people to shout out that you'd all get bored, but Joe Onida, Holroyd, Jeffrey Gallows, Chiroro, K-Like Gamer, Sega Socks, Apishish, MK Carl, Tog, Ashley Holroyd, Emma. Emma's coming late with Cosmic Cup. I don't know that one. Any will do. Okay, we'll have some Tate action later. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and hope you all have a good evening. And